Hey, good afternoon or good morning. It's a little lunchtime live today. I am traveling and in Colorado today, so just gotta get a little bit of a different setup going here. Go ahead and get going. Nothing like that 3, 2, 1 countdown for going live to realize, oh no, I'm not quite 100% set up here yet. All right, let's see. Get set up. Looking at you eye to eye here, although I can see my reflection in my glasses, which is pretty goofy. Hopefully that's not too distracting on your end of things. Hey Kate, good afternoon, how are you? All right, just get this set up. Yeah, the funny thing about traveling, you get a little bit out of your usual routines, your usual systems, and you kind of try to find something that's similar, like where's a blank wall that I can use? What's something I can use to put my computer eye to eye so I'm having a conversation with y'all. But it's good. Flew into Denver last night. They scheduled the flight for 4.5 hours, and it was like a 3-hour flight. So we got here super early, which is pretty funny that they were so off on their scheduling that way. But that is how it goes. Hey, Natalie, how are you? Hey, Monica. Good afternoon. Well, it's morning here, but this is my lunchtime. So lunchtime live, here we are. Let's see. I can see my reflection in my glasses, just like me over and over and over again. So it kind of is faking me out a little bit, but hopefully it's not bothering you. So how are you? What's everybody up to today? Hey, Nina. Hey, Casey. How are you? All right. Got my comments set up here. Can't comment. Natalie, I can see your comment there. Anywho, okay. Yeah, that went through. Yeah, that went through. Hello. Hi. Oh, the delay is always funny. Perfect. Okay. Well, today I am in Colorado, and I had an interesting experience on the plane last night. It was about a 4-hour flight, and it was, oh, y'all are having a conversation. Okay. It was about a 4-hour flight, and I was counting on that for some Wi-Fi time to get some big work done. I'm used to flying in the mornings, but we did this night flight this time, and so I had the whole day to, plan and be stressed out about flying and drop the dogs off and whatnot, but I planned to work on the flight. So we get on the airplane, get up in the air, and sorry about it, but it looks like we won't have Wi-Fi on this flight. So that didn't quite work out as planned. So I had to challenge myself a little bit. What could I work on without the internet? Because pretty much 99% of everything I do is live. Hey, Brooke, how are you? How's Germany? I'm in Colorado today. But pretty much everything I do is live on the internet. All my emailing tools, everything, you got to be connected to the Wi-Fi for. And sometimes we take for granted how convenient Wi-Fi is. But on the plane, there was no Wi-Fi for 4 hours, but this was work time. And I had finished my book, Profit First. Fantastic book if you haven't read it. Have you read Profit First? Let me know in the comments if you've read Profit First. If you haven't, let me know too. Just comment yes or no on Profit First, because if you have, I have an interesting story, but if you haven't, then I won't worry about it. But anyways, so what I did is went through all my file folders on my desktop. Now, I'm pretty organized, as is. I have some pretty good systems set up, but sometimes, especially after traveling, my desktop looks just totally like trash. Oh, you have read Profit First? Oh no, on Audible. I really recommend the book because it comes with worksheets, which is really helpful. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Good afternoon. Going lunchtime live. This time works really well for me, and it seems to work well for everybody else, so that's great. So my desktop was so messy, especially traveling. I think I've been home for like a week in 2018 so far, maybe. And sometimes, you just got to sit down, take a bunch of screenshots, get some work done in a half hour that you have between times. So I went through and organized all the files on my desktop, which was a really good challenge to see what photos I've taken in the past year, look at all my previous documents. I had some Excel spreadsheets with information, and this was really refreshing. It's 2 here, so trying to listen over machines. Oh, 2 p.m. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Mountain Time Zone today, which is a little bit different, but the fun of traveling around. Get to take your business with you everywhere. But yeah, this opportunity, I went through all these videos and pictures and images that I had to sort them out in my files, and found some good content that I could share. Found a whole spreadsheet of ideas I had written out a few months ago that I had completely forgotten about. Got some new ideas for business stuff. Was able to sort out, I had an Excel spreadsheet of all of my business accounts with all the transactions from last year. And I was able to go through and organize those out. And since I've read Profit First, I was able to put all the markers on them, just get it all done. And a few other things. I wrote some blog posts on a Word doc instead of live in WordPress. So I highly recommend, just try it. Turn your Wi-Fi off, or go to a coffee shop and don't join the Wi-Fi. Go out to a park somewhere where there is no Wi-Fi, and just challenge yourself to see what work you can get done without having the internet, especially if you're service-based or on the web, have a website or something like that. What can you do on your computer without Wi-Fi? Another reason I really wanted to share this with you is I've had quite a few people over the last week reach out with having problems with Facebook. That's what we went live about yesterday. People commenting and it not showing up, people getting kicked out of groups, people being marked as spam. These are all updates. Facebook rolls out some updates, and sometimes some weird stuff happens. And so sometimes it can be a great challenge for you if you can't log into your Facebook, or your commenting isn't working, your usual group isn't working. What else can you do? What else could you do maybe on your desktop versus your mobile? Get your phone out. Hey, Tamika, how are you? Get a book, get a piece of paper and a notebook and write something out. Try Twitter, try Instagram. If you can't post in a Facebook group, see what you can do on your business page. If you can't share your business page, see who you can reach out to with your personal profile. It's really interesting to have those opportunities when you can't do something. It really stretches you to see what you can do and focus on things that you can do. And then more or less, Facebook always comes back and works again. They go through so many updates and glitches. Guaranteed 90% of the problems, if you just log out, log back in, and walk away for a couple of hours, you'll be good as gold. But yeah, so that was a fun little plane ride yesterday into Colorado. Good story to share with everybody. So let's see. My comments don't automatically scroll on the side. It can be a little bit confusing. Okay, yes to Profit First. No. Okay, no worries. If you haven't read Profit First yet, I really recommend it. I'm going to the bank tomorrow, and I'm going to open up my various accounts. I'm all about systems and setting up systems. So having your bank accounts good to go is a huge system, knowing when to check in on your finances. I started my business in May and haven't really done anything about my business, any financial stuff. I haven't checked to see what my overall profits really were, any bank accounts like that. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? And I tell you what, it takes a long time to catch up on 7 months of income, on 7 months of transactions. You think you might not have done a whole lot, but holy cow, it's a lot. So I've been setting up a system, and Profit First recommends you do it on the 10th and the 25th of every month with the accounts. So I've got it in my calendar and ready to go, and really excited to see how it works. I'm sure I will update you all on my lunchtime lives how it's going. What are you doing in Colorado? Oh, well, my boyfriend Tom, he is got a couple of weeks off, so we are here visiting his parents. We're at his parents' house, and I'm working from the basement today there. What program did you say you use? Sorry, what program for which? If it's the financial stuff, there's a book called Profit First that I just read. And I'm going to follow the steps that he offers, that he suggests, for the business anyway. I'm not sure about the personal one, the personal advice, but definitely follow it for the business accounts. I think that's a good process. I have heard 3 recommendations on that. Definitely getting the book. Yeah, you know, it's so if you're not familiar with accounting, when you first read Profit First, it can be a bit of a stretch. I recommend reading like a chapter at a time, every couple of days, because it's, hey Janice, how are you? A lot of it is completely new terminology. I thought you had a program that could help you keep track of it. Yeah, I do. I used QuickBooks for a while when I was self-employed, but I really don't, I don't like it for all the business expenses. There is an app called Waze, or Wave, I think it is, W-A-V-E. That's pretty good, and it's free for bookkeeping. I've been manually doing all my bookkeeping in Dubstato right now. Dubstato plus Stripe are the 2 systems that I use, but I mean, I'm service-based, so that's kind of a little bit different. But yeah, Christina, yeah, I am terrible with accounting. Like money, my personal finances, I've got great systems all day long, but when it comes down to like the difference between accountants and bookkeepers and reconciling accounts, I mean, this is all new terminology to me, all learning out new words. But you know, I read the book chunk at a time, and I've read it, I get the basic idea, and I'm going to go back through chapter at a time, and at the end of every chapter there's an action step, and then follow those action steps. So I'm pretty excited to implement that process. Hey Erica, hey Lisa, how are you today? We're talking about Profit First. Have you read Profit First? Drop in the comments, let me know yes to Profit First or no to Profit First. Seems like we have a lot of people who wanted to, but only 1 person has actually read it so far. To palm me. Oh, oh no, it's skipping to PM. Is the video feed skipping for anyone else, or is it working okay? Is it, I'm on a different internet that I don't know. Is this working okay? No, not skipping? Okay. All right, no worries. Well, just let me know. Yeah, Jacqueline, send me a PM to remind me, and I'll definitely let you know the answer to that one. There's a couple of different systems that I've investigated. Some that I like. Working good. Awesome. No, working great for me. Okay. Looks like a good mixture. Okay, well, if you have any questions, definitely send a PM afterwards. Happy to always answer questions, but don't always remember after the fact. Hey, Lori, how are you? But let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, learning accounting is like a whole new language. So going back through and reading this book again, learning what the TAPs and the CAPs and all these things are will be good. But you know what? Everything is figure-outable. So that really transitions into what I wanted to talk about today on this live is, you know, learning accounting, learning something like that as a business owner is something we all have to do. If you own your own business, if you do some freelancing, you know, you have to do your own taxes as is usually, unless you hire somebody, which I highly recommend. I hired somebody this year, made a world of difference. But, you know, you wear a lot of different hats. You love something, you're really, really good at something, which is probably why you started your business. And there are 3 things that are part of any business. There's the actual producing of the product that you have. So if it's a service or a product or a flower, whoa, somebody has a flower emoji. That was pretty cool. Woo, distracted. So the first thing is the actual product or service that you sell. So if you make chairs or blankets, phone covers, if you teach a class, this is, you know, your product, your business. Ooh, reverse here. Yeah, that flower is so cool. Definitely. Shout out to Christina Coyle. I found a woman who specializes in people who move a lot, which is my life. So that was really wonderful. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Hey, Sarah, how's it going? I want it. Yeah, how did you get that that flower emoji? Whoever did the flower emoji that floated across the screen, let us know how you did that. That was pretty cool. So anyways, the three parts of business. The first one is the product or service that you sell. The second part is the finances. So this is accounting. Getting a book like Profit First so that you can read about it, just find a system, find a good software, have a chat with an accountant to see what makes sense based on your actual income that you're making in your business. But having that financial understanding, figure out where you are, where you want to be, how much money are you making this month, how much do you want to be making, etc. And the third part is the actual marketing of it, the marketing and sales. So letting people know what you have, that you have your product. And those are the three, I read this whole book about this, but those are the three key elements that any business boils down into. Now, you obviously know your product or service. Well, not obviously, but probably, because it's something that you love. It's a place that you recognized you could have a spot in the marketplace for, and people are interested in it. So you know that pretty well, and you probably will learn it a lot as you keep going. The second thing, accountant, I'm not going to pretend to give you advice. I'm learning that one myself. And the third thing is marketing, figuring out how to sell your stuff, who you talk it to, and what you do. And it doesn't really matter what systems you set it up in, but as long as you have a process, as long as you have a way to understand those things, whether it's hiring somebody or doing it yourself, those are the three key parts to figure out as you're going, at least the three key parts I'm figuring out as a business owner myself. And the marketing part of it is where I focus, because that is where my knowledge comes from. I've been in the marketing and advertising field for a very long time. And letting people know that your business is there, letting people know what you have is a significant challenge. Most people have a really good product or service, but they don't necessarily know how to reach the right people, how to get out there, how to talk to them. A lot of people have something that's amazing, but it's not necessarily explainable. It's something that people don't know that they want unless they find out about it. So we learn, we create Facebook pages, maybe we do a radio ad or a newspaper ad or pop up a billboard or something, or send out flyers to get the word out. But people don't really like being advertised to. You don't sit there and, unless you're me, you don't sit there and watch the ads on TV or listen to the radio commercials. But people do want products, they do want services, they do need to buy things. And so the key line is figuring out what your audience wants. The key, everything is figure outable, there's a theme here. But figuring out that element of what your audience wants and giving it to them in a way that's interesting to them. And that is how social media has been just such a game changer. Facebook is a complete and total game changer for this. Because first of all, it's choice marketing. People are choosing to be on Facebook. They're choosing to see your posts and interact with your page and follow your page. And they're choosing to read the information, which is completely different than traditional advertising, which is interruption marketing. It is interrupting you from what you want to be doing. If you're listening to the radio, you want to be listening to your radio program, and the ads interrupt that program to let you know, to advertise to you, to market to you, to have a bunch of obnoxious, annoying commercials. Sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're not, and that is an interruption. But on Facebook, a lot of times people are choosing to go look at your page. That is choice marketing, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And the other thing is you have a piece of data on everything that you post. Every image, every link, every post, you can see where it goes. You can see who is looking at it, what your audience is. When you have your page, you can see how old they are and where they live. Drop a comment here, and just let me know, say insights, if you have looked at your Facebook page insights in the last week. And if you have not, drop in a question mark. and let me know. I'm just kind of curious on where you all are at with looking at the insights for your page. So just let me know, comment insights if you've looked at your page insights on Facebook in the last week, and send a question mark if you have not. Insights, perfect. Perfect, Stephanie, glad to hear it. Monica, no worries. Do you know where they are? That's the next step, is figuring out where to find those actual insights. So yeah, these insights are super powerful, and they can let you know. Let's see, I'll pull it up here on my phone in a way. Sometimes it gets a little glare, but I'll see if we can see it. Question mark, but I don't have a page for my business yet, so this is awesome to learn. Definitely. Christina, do you have a business already? A business name? Just create a page and save the name. I have no idea. I was just rolling with it. Insights, perfect. Yay, Jacqueline, that is great. Nice rebrand, by the way. Totally love it. I think there's a little bit of a delay I have to remember with the live when I'm talking and when I get to see your comments. I have peeked at them, but would like a more clear idea of what I'm actually looking at. I need an automatic report. I'm so busy, it's hard to remember. Yeah, Monica, a lot of, you can get third-party tools that send automatic reports, but the Facebook doesn't really do it. You can, well, they do sometimes, but you can just go look in like 5 minutes really quickly on your page. I recommend on your calendar on like Monday or maybe Tuesday, just put in like a 15-minute appointment and just go look at your insights. See what the age range is of who you're reaching, where they live, and whatnot. More elegant, easier to say, definitely, Jacqueline. That's awesome. Am I saying your name right, by the way? Is it Jacqueline or Jacelyn or something else? Just starting. Yay, Christina, that's so exciting. That's such a beautiful place to be just starting out a business. If you've picked a name, go grab that Facebook page and make sure you can keep your name there. You have to get 25 likes on your page before you can reserve it as your username. But you know, I'm sure you have 25 friends who would love to support you, and then you got it. You're solid. All right. Hey, Joanna, how are you? Alrighty, let's see here. I almost always work on my desktop, but I found that a lot of people use mobile to do their Facebook. Actually, just let me know. Just let me know, Jacqueline. Perfect, Jacqueline. Okay, thank you so much. Just let me know if you use mobile or desktop for Facebook primarily. Mobile or desktop. Okay, let me pull up my business page here. Okay. Mobile or desktop. I'll show you on mobile because that's pretty easy because I can just hold up my phone. But on desktop, it's just as easy and it's figure outable. Always using mobile. Yeah, everyone. I'm a desktop person. I'm a pretty die-hard desktop Facebook gal, but most of my clients have been on mobile, so kind of forcing myself to use the phone more so that I know what people are talking about. At home, desktop, away, mobile. Yeah, Lori, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I'll show you on mobile, and I bet you'll be able to figure out on desktop. I'm sure you've already done it already, but anyways, so if you're on your page here at the very top, let's see, I can get the glare. You've got page, activity, and insights. And just go ahead and click your insights there. There is much more on a desktop. That's correct, Lori. There's much more that you can do on desktop. And as you can see here, I actually have not viewed insights on mobile. That is how much of a die-hard desktop gal I am. Yeah, 50-50, yeah, that makes sense. So this is great. You get to see me set it up because I haven't done it on mobile yet. Oh, check out that glare. Ah! Oh, and I let it fall asleep. So we'll go ahead and get my insights set up with you live here, and then you can do it yourself on yours if you haven't already done so. So go to your insights. Let's get started. avoid the distractions, and there you go. In the last 28 days, this is another reason I avoid my mobile. Too many distractions for me. But then you can see how many page likes you've gotten in the last 28 days and how much that has increased compared to the previous 28 days. Post reach, how many reach your post has gotten, how much it's up from compared to the previous 28 days. And engagements, same thing, how many I've gotten in the last 28 days here and how much that is up from the previous 28 days. Now so reach is the individual people that are reached. So those are individuals, which is different from impressions. Post engagements is like anyone who liked or commented or clicked or dropped a little heart or emojied or anything is a post engagement there. And then the next thing you can see, which is really helpful, is looking at your posts and see all the posts that you've done. And you can figure out what's working and what's not. So you can see some of them have more reach and engagement than others. Video, believe it or not, has frequently more reach and engagement than anything else. But this can help you figure out what your audience wants to see. Are they commenting more on videos or are they commenting more on posts? What are they engaging with? What do they like to see? You know, here's a link. Look at that link compared to everything else. Those numbers are lower. People don't really like off-site links. Facebook doesn't like to promote off-site links because they want to keep people on Facebook. So that's a little bit of post information. And you can learn more about your audience. You can see who followed it compared to who liked it. I always think it's weird when people follow and don't like, but personal preference, I suppose. And you can actually see some of the people who've liked it, which is pretty cool. And then it gives you tips. Facebook really does try to help you do better. So how you can create more effective posts, promoting your page more, getting started with ads, how to boost a post. It's all right there, a little bit of information. So we have this internet, this wonderful plethora of information that lets you know how to do things. You can pretty much find out how to do anything you want to do. And the nice thing about Facebook is, you know, you just click around a little bit, you find things, you click on little information bits, everything has a definition. When you're in the ads, all the insights have a definition. When you're searching through, the insights, just like there, it provided a little bit more links for help pages for figuring stuff out into communities. So everything is figure outable. Pretty much everything I know has come from trial and error, just working at it, learning it, working for agencies, working for different clients, and figuring out as I go, looking up YouTube videos, reading about Facebook, and I've compiled all of that information into a source of knowledge. I have my one-on-one trainings now and classes that have all that information boiled down into 20-minute videos that I can share with people and help them learn from my hours and hours of research. But it's all figure outable. So that is a little something I want to challenge you to do today as well, is to learn something new. So let me know, what is something, I'm going to hold you accountable a little bit here. Let me know something that you have wanted to do for a while but haven't done yet because you think, oh, I don't know how to do this, or you haven't looked. Maybe it's creating your Facebook page. Maybe it's starting a Facebook ad, reading a new book, or looking a new system. Let me know, drop in the comments something that you have been wanting to do but haven't done yet. For me, it's accounting, and I'm figuring out my accounting so I can set up enough that you need a cup figure outable. I know, I love that. It's actually a really good idea. I wonder if I know anyone who makes mugs. Do you know anyone who makes mugs? Yeah, so that's something that I've been figuring out, to set up at least enough of a system so that I don't have to completely reinvent the wheel, and that as I bring in my, I have my tax person, I'm going to expand that to an accountant and eventually a bookkeeper as I hit certain income goals. But I still want to understand what's going on so that I don't just give her a box of receipts. Create a Facebook group for my business. Perfect. That's awesome, Christina. I bet I'd love to see that. Send me an invite, Rianna Neal. Send me an invite and I'll join your group if you'd like. That would be awesome. Same. You're wanting to figure, you're all creating Facebook groups. Okay, I love it. Create my Facebook page. Okay, Samantha. That's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Get all these goals. Well, let me know. Send me a message on the business page, Pancake Digital Solutions. Send me personally a message, Rianna Neal, and let me know when you created your Facebook page and I'll go like it for you. Or if you're creating your group and I'll go join and let you know. I'd love to see those things and see where you're at there. So I'm gonna call it good now with going on my rant about Figure Outable, because I think by now you understand my stance on that. Love to see this accountability here. Oh, hey Haley, how are you? All right, you want to learn Facebook ads, Lori? Love it. I'm going to send you a message afterwards and ask you a little bit more about that. I know we've talked about this a little bit, but love to see where you're at with that and what you're going on. But been talking for a little while now, and I gotta go get back to the day. You know, the end of the month is a lot for people who work in social media. If you schedule your month ahead of time, so that's what I'm working on today, is scheduling a month ahead of time, and of course eating some actual lunch. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and have a beautiful day. Happy advertising.